Hey, this is Bud with Nye Technical Services, and I'm going to do a quick run through on system administration for a PDK system. So, if you have one of our PDK access control systems and we have made you an administrator, these are some of the things that you'll be able to do. You can do this from your phone, you can do this from a computer, and I'll show you the phone here in a little bit. So, obviously, one of the main things that you're going to do is you're going to add people. So I'm kind of temporarily in this one here. We can add a first name, so we'll do test, and inside of here, you're able to give them a date that they're active, date that they expire, if you want their credentials to expire, whether or not they're enabled yet. That you're gonna need your email, if you wanna do a PIN code, if you have a PIN pad reader. If you do not have a PIN pad reader, you will not do the PIN code section. For the email, you will need that if you decide to give them mobile credentials. So when you assign them a mobile credential, once you save their email, the mobile credential will give you two options. One, you can tie it in as a Bluetooth on the app to tap your phone and unlock the door. The other option is in the app itself, you can just use the app to unlock the door if you do not have a Bluetooth reader. Both of those things are available. You can set rules for when that person is allowed to use different things for access, which devices they're allowed to access, their authentication policy, their schedule, whether or not you have an elevator, certain events you can unlock or allow them to have access to, some different functionalities there. Groups will be good if you have multiple locations. You can set different groups for each location so that everybody doesn't have access to all the doors. They only have access to the specific doors. Or if there's kind of more advanced in the groups where some people may have access to portion of the building and other groups may not, it's totally available to you. If you want to add a photo, you can add a photo for the person. If you have a card for them, you'll have the card number, you put it in here. If there's a facility code, which will let you know if there's a facility code or not, but everything will be available here. And again, all of this looks identical on the mobile app. There's not really any difference to it on the mobile app, but I'll show you a separate video on how to use the mobile app. One of the other things that we often get asked about. So you can go in and you can create the groups, obviously. You can set different rules that define them. You can see when there's different rules for events. So if you have something that is recurring, you can have the system do something for you. Auto open is if you want the doors to be open on certain schedules, and you can do it on a recurring, you can do it on a single date, you can do it on always, set the dates, you can select the time that it's open, and then you select the doors that are unlocked during those auto open events. As you can see, actually in here, we have our door to open at 7 a.m. and it closes at 10 p.m. And you can see it's our office, the garage main door. So you select which device, the dates and times, and that will schedule the event to happen every day that we have it scheduled for. In here is where you can go and pull reports. You can see the different states of the doors. So the door is currently closed. You are able to see live events. If things are happening currently, you can pull that, or you can do a report of who had access to what credentials, events. Events basically is when the door's open, unlocked, who unlocked it, different things like that. In permissions, you're able to add other admin users if you're an admin. So you can go in here, you just add their user email, and you can add them to the same level that you have access to. In system settings, this is just general. There's not really anything that you'll need to do in here. Outside of that, it's pretty straightforward from an admin point of view. There's not too much else to it, but I will show you the mobile app here shortly. Otherwise, if you have questions, please get a hold of us. We can be reached at 724-204-1750, or you can send an email to support@nyetechnicalservices.com.